Okay.
Two guys from two worlds. This is the FlipSide. New episodes uploaded on YouTube every Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now, your hosts, Jay&Noel.
Good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the FlipSide with Jay&Noel.
Good morning, everybody.
Episode 77, starting right now. We are now on 77 episodes. TikTok world, good morning, good evening, whatever the hell you're doing. Check us out on YouTube live, or you can watch us live here. Hit the like button, subscribe, wherever, the whole shabam, shaboom, boom, boom.
When you sent me a message a while ago, I got a little excited when you sent me pictures about you looking for stuff camping. I got a little too excited thinking that you were already camping. I thought you were recording or doing this at the campsite, but
Right.
got my hopes up. Got my hopes
We're
up
leaving
too soon.
Friday. We're leaving Friday, but the equipment that my wife ordered arrived today. So we ordered a tent, canopies, a fan. We bought some whatever materials that we needed. So they arrived today on Amazon, delivered it today. The right thing to do is to unpack it and set it up, right?
Yeah, test it out.
Yeah, so I cleared out the play area for my daughter. I put up this giant tent that it's for 8 people. I didn't realize it was that big, that it occupied the entire living room, practically. You know, it was huge. The best part is, it takes 2 minutes to put it up. Literally, you just block, up, done, set. That's it. 2 minutes.
It's like
The
a
canopy.
umbrella type of tent. Like you just sort of go like that and it just pops
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
kind of awesome. But
Right.
the steels or the bars for it are pretty sturdy, so it's great.
Mm.
It's I can't remember the brand of it, but it's not bad. I'm thoroughly surprised by it. We're kind of happy by it that it takes a minute or two to put it up, and it takes 5 minutes to fold it back down, or 10 minutes to fold it down. You know.
Of course, we're assuming that you're not hiking from the parking lot to the campsite, though, right? Because that looks
We're not okay. We're not doing like an actual camping where you go hike and then tent up. You know.
gotcha.
You drive up, you have a
And-
spot.
With all this equipment that you guys are getting, it's not the first time that you're camping, though, is it?
As a family, yes.
Mm.
But like I said, I used to have my own gear. But- Whatever happened to it, it's all gone.
Single life, solo.
Yeah. So I used to go camping a lot. I used to go camping by myself, actually. You know?
Yeah, that's what I meant. So it's the first time as a family.
Correct. So it's only the middle of September. I plan to go after this weekend. I plan to go 2 or 3 more times because it's easy to go camping. You know, plus it's relaxing. You're just hanging out in the woods, whatever. You know, should be fun.
Oh,
I'm excited.
about 3-4 years ago, I got a tent just about that big also. Cost an arm and a leg. Fit probably like 6 people.
Right.
And it took me like half an hour to set up
Why?
by myself. No, because it wasn't one of
Oh.
those quick set up tents. But the reason I brought it up was on the night that we used it, it was like a sauna inside. So I was like,
What?
okay, we're getting rid of this one. Yeah, no, well, because the weather here in the Philippines is not at night. It wasn't that. It turns out like the people that I was camping, well, I wasn't with them, but it was a campsite, so other people were dropping in.
Right.
They were using like the mosquito type of tents. I mean, it's like a regular tent. I say mosquito type because they weren't putting the rain cover on it, and
Right. The
It's like-
rain fly.
they used like a really thin, I guess really expensive kind, but really thin, almost Colombo mosquito
Right.
type of tent that and I guess it breathed better versus the one that we had. It looked like we were going into a storm, kind of a
It's
tent
like
that was
completely
just
covered the entire
looked
thing.
like a tank, yeah, compared to what everybody else had. So yeah, so be careful with. I guess the word is ventilation. Be careful of how
Right. I was actually worried about that, but this one literally had ventilation vents on the bottom and on the top as well. So it actually nowadays they've thought about stuff where how wind flow is going to factor in,
So it's
So I'm
good.
pretty excited.
It passed the sala or the living room test.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. It takes like 2 minutes to put it up. You just literally pop each leg up. Boop, boop, boop.
And you can set it up by yourself.
No, it's gonna take two people. I mean, I could do it by my own. I think I can. But I mean, I didn't even think about that because I have a broken leg.
Right.
So it being able to set up quickly with a broken leg, breeze.
At least it's got, if ever, you can something for your son and you to do something together.
Right. Well, I think that tent's going to be way too big for only two people.
Right. No. But at least you're going to give him something to do.
Right. But
have a little father and son moment there.
We're gonna bring some sleeping bags, some air mattresses, whatnot. Blow it all up. We're gonna relax, chill. Should be fun.
That's in a couple of days, you said, right?
Friday, yeah. We're gonna leave Friday midday and then get there. And it's like 2.5 hours from here. It's not a bad drive.
Hey, listen, before I ask you about what you have up your sleeves for the program today, I just realized a couple of days ago, going backwards, September 11, do you guys like commemorate that day? Do you guys, because on the show before that, we didn't even talk about it.
Yeah. It was a couple of days ago.
Where were you?
It's all over social media. They're celebrating it. Obviously, you got to remember everything. Right. Personally, it was like so when I was a kid, when the coup d'etat happened, when they attacked Camp Crame, I think we had that discussion. It was literally in my street. I mean, you've seen Camp Crame, how close that was.
Been there.
Where the bullets were literally landing on us, right?
Right.
That didn't feel as scary as 9/11. Because what happened was 9/11, I was working at a hotel. I was still in the hotel industry at that time.
Where were you at exactly?
I was at the hotel. I was at work.
I mean, which state?
Here, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is that like Langley, Virginia? Like near the...
Langley is like 10 minutes away from 20 minutes away from here. 15 minutes.
Like near the Pentagon kind of thing?
Yeah. I mean,
I only know this because of Mission Impossible, of course.
Well, the crazy thing and scary thing about it is, so this was my hotel, right? For example, two of the people that flew and hijacked the planes, actually, the two of the people that hijacked the plane that crashed at the Pentagon actually stayed at the hotel across the street from mine. That's how close it was, basically, So, needless to say, within the next week after that, there were FBI, cops everywhere, all over the place. But anyway, when that happened, obviously they shut everything down. Nobody could go anywhere. So my hotel, being close to the airport, ended up to being one of the hotels that became a like a camp, so to speak. Right. We only had a number of rooms, but our conference rooms, our lobbies, next thing you know, we're putting out cots, rollaway beds, pillows, and whatnot, because there's like thousands and thousands of people that were stranded everywhere. So it was the panic that it brought felt scarier than actually what I went through during the coup d'etat in Camp Crame.
Was it partly because when you were in Camp Crame and the EDSA was happening, you were sort of a spectator, a kid, like literally watching what was going on, hearing and smelling the bullets go by, versus 9/11,
Exactly.
you're right there and you are responsible for these people and you were involved.
Right. The pressure that came with the, as a job in the hotel industry, all of a sudden you're more responsible, or you become active into like trying to provide for these people, you know what I mean, who are stranded there. There's like literally every hotel in the area was packed of like refugees, so to speak, because nobody could go home for over a week, you know. And like, but it was amazing too, because it was one of these scenarios where you're working so much trying to help people and whatnot, right? At the same time, asking questions from the cops and the FBI and all that stuff. At the same time, talking to local businesses like food, restaurants, grocery stores, and whatnot, trying to get donations and whatnot for these people to like have something to eat, something to change your clothes, toothbrushes, because the hotel can't provide everything.
Well, overnight, it's like a refugee camp.
Exactly. That's what it felt like, and it was rough, to be honest with you. I was more scared too, because it literally was that close. And who knew what else was going to happen? Granted, in the Philippines, we were in the middle of it during the Camp Crame attack. But like you said, I was a kid. I didn't know any better. Even though I've seen people getting shot and whatnot. But
it was entertainment.
Yeah, it was.
September 11, being an adult and being in the
Right.
in the hotel industry, you're actually actively doing something.
Right. And the pressure of like all of a sudden having that kind of responsibility, even though you're not really responsible for it, it was a bit too much.
It's a strange question to ask. If you were forced to relive one of them, and you're saying you weren't as scared when you were a kid, but which one would you sort of relive if you had to?
From my base, see, I've experienced both. Okay. They both were really bad experience, but the sheer number of lives lost on 9/11 alone, it's too much. And it's.
But individually,
I can't even imagine.
I mean, other people's lives aside, like if it was just your experience.
If it was just me, what I would want to go through again, if ever, for example, probably the Philippines wise, because I don't think I can take, knowing what I know about how I felt in 9/11 and all those lives and souls that were taken. The sheer number is just too much for me. I don't think I can go through that twice in my life. It's too much.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. There are people that lost their lives when that Camp Crame siege and whatnot. But the fact of the matter is, it's not even coming close to what was lost in 9/11. I mean, I'm sorry, when the World Trade Center fell, those 3 buildings or whatever, days, if not over a week, passed, and you can still hear tapping on under the wreckage. And I'm sorry, but to me, I don't think I'm mentally strong enough to deal with that. So yeah. Anyway,
it's a lot, like in a snap of a finger.
Yeah. Plus all the videos that I saw after that, because there's this one video, falling man.
Yeah.
So he was literally upside down. Right. I don't know if he had his eyes closed, but it looked like he knew what he had to do and just accepted his fate and whatnot. And it's either go that way or be burned alive. You know what I mean?
It's terrible.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know about you. If you are in that position, do you think you can go through that again in your life?
Which one exactly?
Like if you were in that 9/11 position.
Oh yeah, no.
You
Yeah,
see
of
what I'm
course
saying?
not. Yeah. No. I mean, like, oh my, uh, uh, such a useless answer, so to speak. Like, I don't really have that experience, but just from afar, like looking at it from the outside,
Right.
it's like my limited experience. I'm yeah. I mean, no, 9/11 was worse because then I wouldn't want to live through that even from the outside, because
Right.
where I was, here in the Philippines, I was like on a date or something. It was one of those things where it was like, at least with the coup or the earthquake, I kind of know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
But with 9/11, even from afar, I was like, what's going
Couldn't
on?
even figure it out.
You couldn't even figure it out. If are we
Yeah.
being attacked? Is there some accident? You don't know if it's an accident, if it's human, you don't, if it's aliens.
Yeah.
You don't know exactly what it is, but if it's an earthquake, a natural calamity, or if it's what
Or
was the
even
other one? If it was a coup d'etat, you kind of know
right.
what's going on.
Kind of, yeah.
But with 9/11, it was just so sudden.
Yeah. Yeah. It was horrible, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, I've been through so many things or experienced so many things like that in my life.
Mm.
Pinatubo erupting. I felt that, and it was going crazy in the Philippines, right?
Mm.
Go over to California. I mean, to Hawaii, the volcano erupting over there
Mm-mm.
at that time. And then what? The 89 earthquake in San Francisco when I visited. That was insane.
Wait, where were you in the Pinatubo?
I was in the city. Next thing you know, it was snowing. That's not snow, bro. That's ashes.
Wait. You were in
Manila.
Manila,
In Krame.
and then when the earthquake hit, you were also still in Manila, though, right?
Yeah, we were. Yep. The
Manila.
Baguio situation.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
uncle was working at Jollibee in Baguio at that time. No, not Baguio. What's that casino that went down? The Hyatt.
Hyatt, yeah.
Yeah. He literally went out for a smoke.
Yeah, you
I
told
told you
me
about
that.
that.
And did you say he survived?
Yeah, he just got
Yeah.
out by luck. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And then next thing you know, there was the coup d'etat in the Philippines where the attack on Krame and whatnot, and bullets flying on my backyard,
Mm-mm.
getting shot at in San Francisco, getting stabbed in San Francisco, and then 9/11 over in New York. Jesus, dude. Out of everything that I've gone through,
Mm-mm.
I don't think I would want to go through what happened in 9/11. I don't. I would not want to wish that on anybody. Not even my worst enemy or if the person that I hate the most or whatever. To me, that took a mental. Um, it was the most stressful for me mentally.
Yeah. Gosh,
Yeah.
why did I even bother to bring that up? So heavy all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I don't know if I hesitate to bring this up, but I guess for added information, I was looking at COVID deaths versus like 9/11 deaths.
Yeah.
COVID-19 pandemic caused more deaths than 9/11 terrorist attacks. As of
Correct.
March 8, 2023, COVID-19 pandemic has caused over 6.2 million deaths
That's worldwide. Yeah.
And the 9/11 terrorist attacks caused 2,977 deaths.
Correct.
But
I know I say that and whatnot. Would I want to go through that? Of course, I wouldn't want to go to pandemic, but I understand the vast majority of number of people that lost their lives during COVID. But obviously, there's no buts there. But what I'm saying is, to me, the way these people lost their lives at 9/11,
right,
it was just too harsh. You know what I mean?
Of course. And then another thing to wrap your head around: COVID, pandemic, 2 years, 9/11. It's like a snap of a finger.
Right. That's the crazy thing right there. And the crazy thing is, even the craziest thing is, so we were watching this whole thing, right, on TV. When the first building or tower got hit, we were at the lobby of the hotel. People started coming in already from the airport. There's cops everywhere.
Mm.
And we're watching the news as it was happening. All of a sudden, in live TV, the second plane hits the second tower. That's a scary thing to look at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's got to be CG. It's got to be CG.
Oh, man. Wish it was.
Like my mind is just like literally trying to wrap its head around what's going on. Yeah.
Let me tell you what's even the worst part out of all of this. Okay. Having to go through that on 9/11. But years and years later, I finally decide to go visit the memorial in New York.
Oh, you got to go?
Yeah, I've been there. Just seeing the space and walking towards these gates with all of these flowers and letters and whatnot.
Mm.
I literally had chills in my entire body. It started in the back of my head going all the way down. You know, and for some reason, I kid you not, I know this is going to sound crazy and stupid, but it felt like, or I don't know, maybe it was just me, but it seemed like I could hear, you know, like knocking on metal when I was there, you know. It's not just random thing in the street, but it just felt like in my head, in my ear, that I could hear it, and it freaked me out. It's too much. I literally stood there for a minute, couldn't do it, you know, said a prayer, turned around and walked away. It was too much. Never been through anything like that in my life.
How long is the drive from where you are to New York if you had to drive?
4 hours. 4 hours.
And you went there just for that?
Well, I wanted to go there to look at that, but at the same time, you know, you make a weekend out of it. I don't go to New York for a long period of time. If I go to New York, usually it's for 3 days, 2 days, or 1 day. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, sorry. That was a bit heavy.
Let's go camping.
Okay, guys.
I just thought it was just one of those things where we had a recording, I think before or on the day of the 11th.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, it was 9/11 yesterday. We didn't talk about it. So I was thinking, you know, at least just
it was the day before.
Acknowledge it or get it out of the way in a sense.
Yeah.
And can you imagine that was 2000? Was it 2001? 2002?
2001.
And we're still talking about it now. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, not that we're still talking about it now, but it's one of those things where it was like it happened yesterday.
Right.
No?
I mean, that was like what? The second time in US history that anything like that happened in the US soil, You know? I mean, the first one being what? Pearl Harbor. How long has that been? And we still talk about it even up to now. You know, I'm glad I wasn't there to experience that. Yeah. Jesus. My thoughts and prayers to everybody.
I hesitate to ask, but how are your kids about it? Like, do you guys talk about it like on the day itself or that kind of thing, or just?
No, they know. Of course, they know about it, right? But have we had discussions in regards to experiences and whatnot about it? A little bit, but not too much. Not too much.
You know, just to go down this path of being sad about things that happened. You know, there's Corregidor Island here in Manila Bay.
Yeah.
My dad likes to go because of the, you know, it's like a province. We take a little boat ride to get there, about an hour to get there. Right. You know, some historical, a lot of historical events happened there.
Right.
But what my dad likes most about it is that there's like a little hotel there that we could stay at, and it's like a really quiet sort of province. So
Mhm.
there's that sense of isolation kind of feeling, aside from the history all on top of it. But
Right.
he was telling me that there's a security guard at the back of the boat, monitoring what's going on at the back of the boat, which is where most people hang out at if they want to smoke or get some fresh air. Because otherwise, you could stay inside where it's air conditioned
Right.
but bigger chances of being seasick, I think. But anyway, so we hang out there in the back sometimes. My kid likes to hang out there, of course. You see but there's a security guard back there, according to my dad, because sometimes, and this is what he hears from the operator of the boat, because sometimes, because of the trauma and mostly, I think U.S. veterans,
Mm.
they've been known to like jump off.
Really?
Yeah.
The U.S. veterans have been known to jump off that area?
Every now and then, yeah. So there's a lookout just in case something like that happens again. Yeah.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's these. I mean, when you brought up the idea of going to New York and commemorating
right.
and maybe getting goosebumps like that or chills on your back,
Yeah.
probably not the same idea. But on the flip side of that, I saw sort of a commemorative video where a bunch of firefighters climbed up like 102 flights of stairs, I think, to commemorate. And then what was so touching was they had all these firefighters pictures on their way up those 102 flights of stairs.
That's awesome.
So it's like
Yeah.
a whole bunch of firefighters climbing up and
Yeah.
commemorating, and in full gear and everything.
Right. Right. The amount of like firefighters and volunteers and whatnot that uh, I mean, Jesus Christ.
Oh, if it makes you feel any better, this lady that's sitting right beside me is like
Yeah.
tapping away, like.
I didn't say anything, but I could hear it. Anyway, I apologize. Listen, guys, I'm so sorry. It got a little serious and whatnot. But lastly on this, though, we just want to extend our gratitude for the workers and whatnot that helped save lives in that day. Our prayers goes out to all the lives that were taken from us way too soon.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That was your fault, by the way.
There was a moment a while ago where we were kind of talking about, what's going on here and what's going on there. And I was thinking that would have been a good time to segue about, comparing the Philippines to the US kind of assignment that we had. But somehow we ended up, I think I was the one that brought up 9/11.
Yes, you were the one that brought that up. Anyway.
So, yeah, what else
did you
have
do your
in
homework?
Mind? A little bit. What did you have in mind? Is that what you wanted?
A little bit. Do you have 10? I have 10.
What was what was your assignment again? Do we have the same assignments or?
Hold on. We had the same assignment that you gave to us. Top 10 reasons to visit the Philippines. Like my version and your version, supposedly.
Right. No, now I remember. So this is what I wanted to make sure about. Yours is top 10 reasons to visit because you're there.
And yours is top 10 why not to visit.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I wanted to clarify.
Let's start from 10 going up. We'll switch off. 10, me first, and then you first. Then you. Or no, actually, you should go first. Because the negative should go first and then the positive. Okay?
Hold on. Like my dog ate my assignment. I'm looking for it right now. Hold on.
Oh, come on, this guy.
Hold on. No, seriously. I had it here. Hold on. I'm just
Right there. Look, that's why you write it down. See?
clicking away.
Says, look,
Here.
10 going up. Top 10 reasons. This was your assignment.
I should have copy pasted it and saved it in a document somewhere. Hold on.
All right. Hey guys, TikTok world. I don't know why I do that. It's so stupid. But hey guys, welcome to the show. Share the video, like, whatever, leave a comment. All right, you ready? You're still looking for it.
I'm still looking for it. Hold on. Dang it.
Unbelievable. You know, see, this is what happens, you know.
How many are we
When
doing?
you're
10?
writing a 10, yes. When you're trying to do a podcast, you'd figure you'd do the legwork a little bit at least, you know.
I did. And then now they have too many tabs open and I can't find it.
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. Top 10 reasons to visit the Philippines versus top 10 reasons why not to visit the Philippines by Noel De La Rosa. Senyor Noel De La Rosa, nagsasabi na huwag kayong dumayo sa Pilipinas.
I was kind of hoping we'd forget about doing this assignment because I don't want to be. I don't want the government to be running after me.
Okay. This was your idea.
Okay. I think I'll start lightly. Number 10.
So okay, we'll go one each, and then we'll talk about it a little, and then move on to the next. All right.
This one
Go
needs
ahead.
no introduction and no explanation. But okay, I could complain about traffic, but I'll add on to that is that you'll get lost in the traffic because sometimes there's one way and then all of a sudden it's two way. And it's like you can't blame Waze or Google Maps or whatever GPS map that you're using to, it's like, oh, but I was passing this way. But all of a sudden the traffic enforcer,
Yeah.
says you're not supposed to. And you know that they catch in Pasig especially,
Right.
not all cities. So sometimes the rules are arbitrary. But let's say you're on the left turn lane, right? So you're
Right.
waiting for the light to turn left. And then all of a sudden you change your mind and you want to go straight.
Yeah.
They're going to catch you for that.
What? Oh well, yeah, that makes sense because you're already in the turning lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not going to hurt anyone if you go straight. It's not
That's
like
not the
all
point. You're still cutting into the other lane.
But you're not cutting into the other lane. That's what I mean. You're not like left, then all of a sudden turning right. You're signaling left, and then all of a sudden you're just going straight.
Yeah, here you'd get a ticket about that here as well. If you get caught. Yeah.
Anyway, my point
So you're
is,
saying number 10 reason why not to is what?
let's say traffic and arbitrary traffic rules sometimes.
Yeah.
Or inconsistent traffic rules. It's like sometimes it's more strict in like a specific location for a specific rule, like that left turn lane, let's say specifically in Pasig, but it's not illegal if you do that, let's say in Makati, or if you do it in Quezon City or any other city.
Right.
So
Now, when you say traffic, though, does it necessarily? I'm assuming it's necessarily mainly in like the city, like Manila.
whole of Metro Manila.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's what I mean. It's like patches. You can't really say exactly where that
Right.
rule is going to be, and sometimes
Right.
it's also only on specific roads.
Right. Right.
Like,
okay.
Can't do that on this specific, let's say, Shaw Boulevard. You can't something.
Right.
But yeah,
Well-
so I call that like arbitrary traffic rules sometimes.
So number 10 and the top 10 reason why you should visit the Philippines. Number 10, to me, they speak English. The language, there is no language barriers. Even if you go to the depths of the provinces, for the most part, most people can speak or understand English, which is awesome. Not just for Americans, but for everybody in the world. As we all know, most people speak English all over the world. So to me, that's number 10.
Wait, are we talking about visiting the Philippines or living in the Philippines? Because that
visit.
well, there's no reason not to visit, I think. I concede. It's like a contest.
After you gave your 10th reason, you're gonna say there's no reason.
No, all of a sudden it's a contest, right? No, but
right.
because if I was coming up on a opposite list of what you just mentioned, what I don't like about the English situation here in the Philippines is like, yeah, well, I can only speak for myself, but a lot of times, like 9 times out of 10, if they hear someone speaking English, like on the streets, like maybe if on the radio station, the only time that I could speak English and I wasn't ostracized or I wasn't made fun of speaking English, like, oh, speaking in dollars kind of thing.
Oh, or always stateside.
Stateside. It's like when I was on the radio station, if I was working for an English,
or Nickelodeon,
or if I was speaking in an English speaking channel, but like you do this in the Mambubuko or the Karinderia outside,
right?
They'll be like,
that's what I'm saying though. Generally, for most people, if they're just going to visit the Philippines, they're only going to be there for like maybe a few weeks, right?
Yeah. So, but I'm speaking in terms of living here. But if someone knows that you're a tourist and you're bisita, you're just coming here to visit, and you speak to them in English, we'll speak English back to you. But a lot of times, if they know that you live here and you can speak Tagalog, but you decide to speak in English, people are like,
yeah, I can see that.
You're in the Philippines. Why are you speaking in English?
But you have to admit, it is easier for most travelers to go to a place where,
for sure.
Anyway,
I mean, it's
moving on.
That's number 9. That's a good thing.
Yeah, number 9 for you. Why not to go to the Philippines?
Not to go to the Philippines? Food's not good for you. A lot of patis, a lot of suka.
It's not, well, again, that differs as opposed to if you're going to go to a restaurant or a Karen's, because you have to admit there's a lot of healthy options that are popping up.
Now, that was a throwaway one. I was being kind to you for your high blood.
Yeah, I know.
How's that working out for you, by the way?
Okay, no, we're not going to go there right now. Let's keep going forward. Okay. Number 9 for me, why we should visit the Philippines. The history of the Philippines. For such a small country, so small that it fits in the entire state of California.
I was just looking the other day, by the way. I know this is out of the topic, but I was looking at Singapore is only as big as Metro Manila.
Yes, Singapore is small, but it's 10 times cleaner.
And then Korea, South Korea, is only as big as Luzon.
Wow, that's crazy, huh? Yeah. Anyway, to me, it's the history. There's so much history that, if you're one of those people that travel, that wants to learn about history in certain places and whatnot, the vast history of the Philippines, where at one point in time, Spanish remnants are still around there and whatnot. Japanese history that involved with it. Obviously, the U.S. involvement as well. So to me, that was my number 9.
Okay, my next one here is another reason not to visit the Philippines.
Yeah.
you'll never want to leave the beautiful beaches. Like once you see the beach, you're like, oh, I don't want to go home back to
Is that number 8?
Wyoming,
Number 8 for you, right?
Virginia.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on, man. Whatever.
No, and I try to make fun of that, but sometimes it's like the beach is so beautiful, but there's garbage.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's really the beach that I'm complaining about here, but maybe the garbage situation sometimes.
Right.
And there's this also, speaking of Manila Bay, there's also this situation in the garbage, and I don't know who to blame about this one. I guess the current or what, but a lot of times there's some beaches in the Philippines, Manila Bay, one of them being, is it like whole clumps of garbage is floating on the ocean?
Mm-hmm.
And then they just all go like towards like one spot in Manila Bay, for example.
Right.
So like, for example, there was a time we went to like a mangroves place in Bataan, which is another tip of Manila Bay. And they were saying that that garbage can come all the way from Cavite or, some other part of Luzon.
Yeah.
And because of the current, and that, let's say that beach is pristine, it's clean because they're doing their job to keep, local laws to keep that ocean space, the coastal area clean.
Right.
From other barangays that might not be as strict with their garbage, it's coming from a different place, and it's getting dumped on that beach. So sometimes
that's such a shame, though. It's a real shame
situation. Yeah.
Number 8 for me on why you should visit the Philippines is basically the party life. The party life, the entertainment, the festivals and whatnot. They're pretty epic down there. You know what I mean? There's so many ways that you can have a blast if you're into that scene still,
Well, how does it compare to the Virginia party life?
See, here's the difference here. Okay. For example, if I go to same thing, you can go to clubs, bars, and whatnot over here versus over there. But here, there's still that feeling of like, oh, look at that biatch. Oh, look at that guy. There's still that pressure and whatnot of like, whatever. You get that in the Philippines, but it's not as obvious. It's still relaxed.
That high school pressure, you mean?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, your turn. Number 7.
Can't find my other list here. I really came up with a list and I don't know.
Oh man. Well, the number 7 reason for me on why you should stay. You should visit. Huh?
I got one.
Oh, go ahead.
The culture, although it's like Wumu Western, it's like Western culture here practically.
Yeah.
But the pace is totally different. But again, this is the wrong list for someone that's living here versus someone that's visiting. Right. Somebody that's visiting might actually find it welcoming. But I'm wondering if you're from a Western country, for example, like the US, and you moved here.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're going to enjoy it because it's you realize at first it seems so fast, like New York, and then you realize it's kind of slow here. It's slower than you think, and then that's either a good thing or a bad thing. So
right. I guess it all depends as well. Like you said, if somebody is going there to visit or living there for good, it does play a big factor.
What's your number 7?
Number 7 is the shopping life. Ooh, shopping in the Philippines is awesome, bro. You can get the real deal and drive 30 minutes down the street and you can get your ukay, baby.
I'm so embarrassed. Yours is like a really Jason made up list. Yours is not even Googled.
Yeah, dude. I thought about this. Why I would want to go. And I'm going from worst to best here.
For the shopping? Okay. Well, on your way here or when you get here, you could get robbed by the tricycle drivers or the riding in tandem.
I got jacked already going on a tricycle before, so never gonna happen again. I'll tell you that much. Maybe it depends if I'm who I'm with. You know, if I'm with people that I know that I trust, yeah, sure. You know, but
That's my cheap attempt at trying to scare you.
all right,
Somebody
number 7. Oh no, number 6.
Hold
Go.
on. Tin here says that somebody sent us a rose.
Oh, thanks, guys. I don't know who that is, but
Should
I don't know.
should we be worried?
I don't know. For me,
Oh, so sweet.
thanks for the roses, guys. Thank you. All right, number 6 on why you shouldn't visit the Philippines.
Mine.
This coming from Noel.
The friendly locals will make you feel like you're a little too close, too nice sometimes.
Too nice sometimes, huh?
Too
It's kind of
friendly.
iffy.
Like 2 days later, it's like, my sister needs to go to school and, needs a little help.
All of a sudden, the friendliness turns into somebody calling you daddy.
What else you got? So
Number 6 to me.
Sorry, so just to clarify, so yes, people here are friendly, but
Filipino Tourette's.
for my taste, sometimes it's just a little too friendly that it's almost suspicious. But as a traveler, I'm sure you're well aware of anything like that. But
I know this is probably
but that's not to piss on Filipino hospitality. Okay, that's
correct.
Just saying, keep your eyes open and be careful.
Right. Number 6 for me is the weather. I know for you guys it's hot as balls, but to be able to have 2 weathers like that over there, that's got to be awesome, man. I mean, I'd be complaining because here I'm complaining at 80 degrees. It's hot as hell. You know what I mean? But because I'm not used to it anymore. But once I get acclimated to that kind of weather, I think I'm going to enjoy the crap out of it. I'll probably have a burnt head all the time. But it's okay.
So that's another reason why not to visit the Philippines for me.
Right.
You take a shower. Weather's hot, right? You take a shower. Oh, you feel nice and cool. You take a swim. And then you get out of the shower.
Right.
You're not even out of the shower yet, and you're already sweating again.
Oh, I remember that. You walk out of the shower. You're just getting ready and putting some stuff on and deodorant, but you're sweating like crazy already.
I don't even have my shirt on yet. I'm just about to put it on. I'm already sweating.
You gotta love it, though.
No, I don't.
That's why there's so many people out there walking around with towels all the time, shirtless and a towel.
Yeah, like a good morning towel.
Yeah. All right, number 5, go.
I'll pass. Your turn.
Okay.
I'm still looking
number
for the
5 reason for me. Number 5 reason to visit the Philippines. Outside of Manila or the main city, it is cheap to travel there. All right. I mean, I remember going when I was there last. I kid you not. Like I said, I took like 14, 15 people to dinner at Baba Gump's. I spent like $70. And that was when the exchange rate was only like 55 pesos. Do you know what I mean? It was dirt cheap. And then outside of Manila, like I said, and then you go to a resort, it's even cheaper. You can your buck will stretch and it will allow you to do more things in the Philippines, which is awesome.
You're a millionaire if you're earning dollars and then you spend it here.
Yeah, right. All right.
Right off of that, I think I need to travel the Philippines a little more, but the way I see it as a local, if I had like friends coming over and then like, am I going to tour them around the Philippines? I'm thinking, it's like if I take them to one province and take them to another province, like one province almost looks like the next one. It's like all the
Yeah.
roads are the same. There's rice fields there. You've seen one rice field, you go to another rice field, it kind of looks the same.
I think you need to explore it more.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe that's my problem. But if I'm thinking, if somebody's coming over, it's like, where am I gonna take them?
Right.
I'll just take them to Greenbelt. And then from Greenbelt, take them to a different place.
Divisoria. Turo, turo.
Divisoria, and then after that, I'll take them to Eastwood. So basically, it's all just like Metro Manila. Oh, and then there's where did she wanted to take me to? San mo ako? Binondo daw. Yun, hindi ko pa na-explore
been there.
masyado.
Yeah, I've
Ano?
never been there.
Chinese restaurant there.
Chinese restaurants.
Oh, it's
Chinatown.
Chinatown. Yeah. I'd like to go there. I've never been. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too.
I'd like to go there. I mean, the oldest Chinatown in the world. So,
Oh,
Diba? And yeah, so there's a good rich Chinese community here. Not rich in
Right.
a sense, not they're financially rich, but yeah, they're
Right.
also financially rich. But in a sense that they still hold their culture
yeah.
quite solidly, I think.
I mean, it's really treasured in that particular area, and it's kind of impressive,
yeah,
for it to be the way it is still, and still, like you said, holds the culture all these years. It's amazing.
yeah. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's
Yeah.
one of the things. So in other words, no, wait, there's some historical thing or like Chinatown, I think in the Philippines is one of the biggest, I think, in the world, or
It's the first one in the world.
First
the
one in
first
the
and
world.
oldest in the world. Yes.
okay, yeah. So there was
Outside of
something-
China, obviously.
there was something historic like that about it.
Yeah.
Chinatown.
Yeah, I've been to Chinatown.
Yeah.
Street.
I've never been.
Binondo,
Never been.
yung other side pa yung hindi pa. Yeah, so we've been there a few times, but not like really this sort of immersive.
Right.
We went to the mall,
Mall.
Nice.
not the
Okay.
street.
Number 4. Do you have one?
Go ahead.
Number 4 reason for me to visit the Philippines, and I'm saying number 4. This is the 4th to visit the Philippines. This kind of coincides with number 8 or 9 for you as not to. It's the beaches.
Oh,
Top notch, one of a kind in the world. White sand, blue water, as far as you can see.
You've seen
And-
one. You've seen them all.
No, that's not true. That is not even. Though you're really trying not to get people over there, huh? It's not even. It's not even close. Where, for example, what's that place? Oh crap, I forget.
Boracay?
No, besides Boracay, Bohol,
Oh.
even.
Mm.
It's a beautiful place, has beautiful beaches and whatnot, but one of the islands to me that stood out the most after looking at it is Coron Island.
Mm.
Wow. Huh? Never been there in my life, but damn it, I want to. My wife and I talked the other day. We're planning next
Mm.
year
Mm.
to go home. That's the plan. That's the goal. I mean, I'm literally going to look for another job to start saving money, extra money and whatnot.
If you guys are thinking about making that trip next year, ask you and your wife. Let me have you and your wife watch this video all over again. And remember, I said once you've seen one beach, you've seen them all.
Yeah, okay. Not even close to being true.
One of my
Um,
favorite lunches, though, we were out on the beach. I
Yeah.
don't remember where it was. I think it was in Surigao. No, Siargao. No, it wasn't Surigao. It was just somewhere in the south of Luzon. Anyway, dude, we had fish. I don't remember what the fish was. And then toyo, blah blah blah, like that. We just bought off like the side of the street, right? So and then
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
doing our ihaw thing.
Yeah.
And then the people that I was with were saying, you know what? Kulang is what we're missing in this meal. It's like seaweed. Like
What?
Noel, can we go? come with me. Let's go out there and swim towards the seaweed and get some. We literally
Right.
just swam out, got seaweed, brought it to our plate, and that's
Right.
how we had lunch.
Nice.
And then
It's awesome.
I remember this. I don't remember the name of the place. Sorsogon, yeah, Sorsogon.
Right. Right.
There was street canals, and then the
Uh-huh.
water was just so clean. Like, can I drink off of this?
That's awesome.
So
But
yeah,
go ahead.
but
Sorry.
you've seen one beach, you've seen them all. So
Oh. Well, that's my number 4. Actually, it coincides with number 3 to me because my number 3 and my number 4 go together. It's the beaches, and number 3 was like the places to go in the Philippines, like Bohol, Cebu, Siargao, Davao, Banaue, you know what I mean? El Nido. I mean, that's just to name a few that coincides with my number 4 in the beaches and whatnot as well. But to be able to visit those places, that'd be pretty cool. Also, actually, one place that I'd really, really want to go to, I don't know why. Oh, and Baguio, of course. I'd like to go back to Baguio, but Sagada, there's this little town in the mountains in Luzon. It's called, not Luzon, near Visayas. It's called Sagada, I believe. And the town is so historic and small that there's this whole mountainside where they don't bury their dead underground. They put them in a casket, seal it, and hang it.
So that's not Visayas. That's up in the Cordilleras.
Oh, the Cordilleras. That's what that is. Yes.
That's in Luzon, north of Baguio. Like still
Okay.
4 or 8 hours north of Baguio. So it's
Really?
like 4 or 8 hours, like 4 to 8 hours to get from Manila to Baguio, and then another 4 to 8 hours to get to Sagada.
Right.
The nice thing about that is back in the 80s, early 90s, I think last time I went there, it was all rough road. Now it's all paved.
Right. Yeah, I saw Commander D go through there, and it was pretty cool to watch. That's how I learned about it, to be honest with you. Then after I saw that episode, I just Googled it and whatnot and tried to learn about it as much as I can. But yeah, that's my number 4 and my number 3. It's the beaches and the islands and whatnot. The places to go.
In the Philippines, and here's another one for me. If you were using Waze,
Yeah.
of course, you're familiar with the English language. Yes, you can use Waze here. But when you turn on, like, mentioning the street names, like, turn left on Ilang Ilang. Turn right on Sampaguita. Sampaguita, uy. Sampaguita.
It's better than saying, "Hoy, kumaliwa ka dyan, putang na mismo."
So yeah, so the street names are off-putting sometimes, or
Right.
out of this world sometimes. But yeah, a lot of here's the thing with street names, and what the way I see it and probably I don't know, is it like that in the rest of the world? But there's there's first, second, third street like that. Let's say in BGC, right?
Yeah.
32nd
I lived in
Street,
Second Avenue.
that kind of thing. But most are either names of historical generals, maybe some actors, or the names of flowers.
Huh.
Yeah. When I was
That's interesting. I never knew that.
high school or even basta it's always like Sampaguita, Kamya,
Right.
like Hasmin. Like these are all like flowers. These are all like names, street names. Not all, but there are like subdivisions that decide to just have like everything is just flowers.
Right.
I don't know. I realized I think in Ayala, like their street names there are trees, like huge type of trees like acacia.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Logwood, pinewood.
Yes, something like that. Anyway, I was just trying to razz on like street names,
right.
and getting pronunciation down to like sometimes we have our own pronunciation here.
Mhm. It's always like that though. Anywhere you go, really, there's always their own pronunciation. Anyway, number 2 for me, or number 2 for you. What's your number 2?
Wasn't that it? Or did I
Yeah.
skip one?
I think you skipped one. Number 2.
Okay, let me add this one in. Like, if you don't like karaoke, karaoke is all over the place here, unless you find like your little quiet spot.
Right,
Okay?
right.
And
I
people
think I count
are
that into the entertainment.
and here's the thing: people are unapologetic about their karaoke. Like, they think that they're doing you a favor by singing you a song. It's like,
Right.
no, you're not. Be quiet.
Number 2 for me, and why you should visit the Philippines. And this is going to be a little bit controversial.
So, but before, sorry, let me interrupt. But just so that we don't go back on what I was talking about with the karaoke, people's like personal space here is not as if you're the type of person that likes to respect personal space,
Then you shouldn't go on vacation.
Or okay,
Next. What I mean?
Next.
Okay. Number 2 for my reason to why you should visit the Philippines. Again, people will probably say, that's lame. To me, it's the food. The food. Filipino food is vastly underrated in the world. Okay. Yes, it's questionable because of its healthiness, but it is vastly underrated. Now, because most people, when you say Filipino food, most people will say, oh, it's adobo or it's pancit, yada, yada, yada. There's more to it than just that. Okay. And personally, to me, I prefer if I would go to like the Karen places and whatnot, or the street food. Oh my God. I kid you not. When I go home, I'm going to get myself a case of beer. I'm going to turn it upside down and sit on it. Okay. And I'm going to drag over a barbecue lady, have her stand her stall next to me, and a fishbowl stand guy stand it next to me. And I'm just going to go through that thing for a couple of hours.
Before the recording, I did tell you my LBM situation yesterday, though, right? Yes. And I think it was because of either the calamares at the talipapa or the buko juice.
Well, you're stupid for combining those two. You're not supposed to. Plus, buko juice alone is like an antioxidant as it is. Oh, duh. Oh my God. Stupid.
Calamares daw and buko juice. Di pwede pagsama.
Duh. Seafood, saltwater based, and then you're gonna drink something that's antioxidant, and you're gonna put that in your stomach, and you're wondering why you're having a runny stomach. Sorry.
I thought it was the vinegar.
Yeah, that would have nothing to do with it. It's putting those two together. I guarantee you that.
It's the seafood.
Seafood. If you eat something that's kind of seafoodish, doesn't matter if it's calamares, mussels, or crabs or whatever.
Oh,
then
we had
all of a
that
sudden
too. We had tahong. We had tahong on the same night.
Boom. There you go. And then you're drinking buko juice, which is like an anti-dietary oxidant, whatever, to begin with. There you go. That's why. Even I know that.
I didn't know that.
Oh man, I learned that from my lolo.
We didn't
in
know
the Philippines.
Woo.
Yeah.
I don't know if she heard me, but I can't wait to tell her about it. What else you got?
Yes, my number 2 is the food. Number 1, you ready? You say that this is crazy as well. But this was actually your number 6, I believe, or number 5 reason why not to. To me, the number 1 reason why you should definitely visit the Philippines is the hospitality, the people. Granted, it's not everywhere. Okay. It's definitely not everywhere. But you are not going to find hospitality the way it is in the Philippines.
Where does that come from? Why?
It's in the culture.
No, but is it like what's there's a word for that, right? Where you are
I don't know. I don't know. But it definitely comes from somebody from somewhere. I mean, look, Filipinos, no matter what they're going through, they will try to find the best out of it, right? No matter how little they have, they will muster out the importance of being hospitable to somebody, offering them what you have, may it be little or not.
do you feel like you were hospitable being there where you are now, like in Virginia in the US? Like when somebody
Oh,
comes
hell
over?
no. No, God, no. I'm a little bit of a snob, to be honest with you.
But you're Filipino, that's what I mean. So
So here's the difference, though. In a way, yes, I'm not. But we are my wife and I, our household, it's not big, it's not the prettiest and whatnot, but I'll tell you this much.
mm,
People love coming here.
mm,
Why? Because it's very relaxed. We're very open. We accommodate people as much as we can.
mm.
We entertain people. You know what I mean?
But
And no, I'm just saying, but there comes a limit. So it's not as the same as being Filipino in the Philippines. You know what I mean? There is that limitation. But yes, but in the Philippines, though, I mean, come on. You know you've experienced people's hospitality over there. Maybe not in the city as much, but Manila is a fraction as opposed to the entire country. And the entire country speaks for itself, for the people, basically. You know what I mean?
mm,
Oh my God. You're like, I don't know, man. I still probably would question it. You can say it, say it.
no, I don't know.
I mean, you are really trying to protect yourself to make sure that you don't get stoned when you walk outside the door.
No. This generally people are nice, of course. I mean, I've been. No, I'm not joking. I've been to countries where people are like really like snobs, right? Like if you like, you're just asking, how much is this, and they're like, don't touch it if you're not gonna buy it.
Right.
Like.
I'm just saying, now. I mean, if you go to the Philippines, people are generally nicer to you, no matter what. Okay,
Yeah, for sure.
because they're trying to feel you out.
For sure. Yeah.
If you express and show your certain positivity to the Filipino people, and you will get it back 1,000%. It will be reciprocated to you. And my daughter is just staring at me for whatever reason right now. So show him your braces. Show him your braces. Come on. Show your braces.
Braces?
She just got braces.
Oh, hey.
Careful. You might get electrocuted. There's a lot of stuff here.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
No, I don't have it right now. Go away. Go. I don't know.
That was unexpected. Was that something that she was? Wow.
No, she just got her braces like 2 weeks ago. Oh.
No, but like I thought it was. That's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying?
Hospitality of Filipinos.
Yes. And the Philippines is one of the very few countries that if you show who you are or the way you are, you will get it the exact same way. So generally speaking, if you can share and express your positivity to anybody in the Philippines, you will most definitely get it back. Fair enough?
Fair.
Oh,
Fair.
Jesus. You're so negative. Jeez.
No, you know what it is? I'm just
You're probably thinking about experiences with your fishbowl guy and like saying, okay, nada,
no. Yeah, I'm so desensitized by it because I'm like, everybody's just so freaking nice. Like now I expect everybody to be nice.
Right. I mean, obviously, if you're not being nice to somebody, then you're not gonna get it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course.
That's it. So
Of course. Yeah.
I'm just saying, but to me, that's my top 10 list. And honestly, if I'm gonna travel to a place like that, yes, I would want that to be my number one reason why I'm gonna visit that place. Who represent yo sup.
I don't know where
You
I
look
put-
like you're nervous. Are you
No, no,
sure
no.
you want to step outside right now?
No. I'm looking for the timer. I can't find it on my computer.
We got 7 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we can call it quits. It's cool.
It's fine.
You held back so much. You were biting your lip, even though it was obvious that you're some kind of rebuttal that you wanted to say, but you were holding yourself back because you were too afraid.
It comes out every now and then, but no, there's nothing there's nothing specific that's like on my mind that I'm trying to hold back.
Okay, there's a couple of things that I said that definitely caught your attention that you wanted to go against and like say something against, but you bit your tongue.
Cynical, I think, is the word that I'm looking for myself. And I don't want to sound so negative and cynical because maybe it's just my experience. So yeah, I'll just bite my tongue.
Yeah, I mean, you can't look at it that way though, because you have to generalize it. That's the kind of conversation this is. It's generalized. It's not like I'm talking about you. I'm not going to be talking about you as being the number one reason or the people. You don't count towards that. No, I'm just kidding.
Did I give you my number one reason for
what?
And you're gonna say I'm a hypocrite for saying this too, but number one, Filipino time is real.
Yeah, that's true though. Damn.
It's
okay.
Like the only thing that starts on time here, like, are the movies. But even that, like we just started.
Even that is late. Honestly, the only thing probably that starts in time over there is the karaoke machine.
Not even on time. They start early. Like they start warming up like 2 hours before the crowd even gets there.
Jesus. Yeah. That's crazy.
But yeah, no, that's one of the things that some of my like foreigner friends actually appreciate is that if they're late, like, no big deal. If they're early, no big deal. It's like it's not such a big thing if you're like on the dot and you stand up.
That applies to anywhere, all Filipinos all over the world, though. I'm sad to say the PAL time schedule is accurate.
Which is another reason, why it would be not a good thing to visit the Philippines. If you're saying goodbye, it takes like 2 hours. It's not easy to say goodbye here.
Well, it's a process though. When you start, okay, this is a good conversation right here. So when you're about to walk out of a party and whatnot, example, if you're trying to leave at 7, you need to start saying bye at 5 because you got to go through everybody. No, mauna na kami. After that, you still have to give yourself 10, 15, 20 minutes to pack, meaning baon your food. And then the round 2 of the saying goodbye again.
Right. And then the worst part is you get up, you finally kiss everybody goodbye, and then you leave.
Right.
And then they still walk you out of the car to your car or wherever you're going, right? Oh, but before that, but before you go, let's take a picture.
Oh God, I forgot about the pictures. Jesus Christ.
And then once you get your picture, no, but wait, whose cell phone is next? So there's whose camera is next?
Exactly.
No, but kidding aside, people know how to share photos online now. So
yeah, sure.
Even if just one person takes a shot. Oh, don't forget to tag me. That's the next thing now. Don't forget to tag me.
Right.
So yeah, if your patience is long, okay, and you're okay with people saying goodbye for that takes a long time, go ahead, come over, but don't blame me for missing your flight.
Stupid. It depends. If you're taking PAL, it's okay. If you're
Yeah.
flying PAL, it's okay.
Eh,
Philippine Airlines plane always late.
yeah, maybe there must be a VIP that they're waiting for or whatever. There's always like a reason for.
Right.
But
Anywho,
yeah,
I think we're good today. What do you think? Good place to end?
it'll come back. Hey, wait, before we go, calamares and tahong. Di ba we had calamares and tahong on the same night? Plus buko juice.
Yeah.
Oh, yun daw, tumbling.
Hindi, nag-crack
Yeah.
nag-ano pa yan, nag-martis pa yan.
And then that
Like what?
spicy Marty's chichirya that I was showing you. All
Yeah,
in
but
this.
that's not that doesn't make a factor there. It's the seafood and then the buko juice. That's not a good match.
Oh, yun daw yun.
Yeah.
So the good
Yeah.
thing is it was just loose bowel, but it wasn't like I start to get worried if that happens, plus I get a fever and my stomach is sick, and that
Yeah,
means
no, that's not gonna happen.
antibiotics already.
It's literally just going to make you
What?
poop your pants.
Parang ng diarrhea because of the crack.
I don't know.
And then now it's my dad that has
Diarrhea.
diarrhea.
Nice.
So we'll end
Okay.
that there before it starts making a mess of itself.
So we talked about Noel's LBM, a memory of 9/11, and the top reasons why and why not to visit the Philippines, at least from our perspective,
For me,
More or less.
more or less, depending on who you're talking to.
yeah, for me, I
Joke.
don't like here, the video, okay?
The video okay. Oh, video okay rin daw siya.
Oh, okay.
Yun nga. Okay.
All right. I think we are good to go. Thank you very much for joining us. Episode 77 down the till. Next episode coming up in 3 days. By the way, schedule change again. It's not like it's gonna matter because it comes out on a different day. This Sunday we're starting, right? It's like
Yeah.
Sunday night West, Monday morning for you.
Yeah. If you don't mind, thank you.
Yeah.
Before we go, I just want to put it on record that I feel bad about like my list. Like if
You should feel bad because you procrastinated and got lazy again.
No, not it's because it's a bad list. I think it was a good list. But the fact that I was like saying that, oh, we're so not like this and not like that, and we're always late. It's like,
Oh, the protagonist, the one that's always going against what's obviously not right.
yeah, no, I don't want to like leave that stain there. I'm the type of person that like, if I don't like the place, right, if I don't like the party, I'll just quietly leave. I don't want to have like a little podcast session about it and talk about what I don't like about the party.
Well, you're basing it out of your personal experience. That's what it seems like.
Leave. Yeah. Or if you don't, if you're complaining about other people being not on time, you be on time, and then everybody else will be late.
So it's all about you.
Me?
Yes.
No,
it's
not
all about you.
no. What I'm saying is like all of these are like sort of external things that you can complain about as a tourist.
Right.
If you have your own thing going on, just do it. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. I mean, you're the one that came up with this stuff. I mean, I don't understand. Now you're like
Yeah. That's why I feel bad. That's why I'm saying I'm just like flipping everything
automatic
that I
retraction. So it's not
retracting everything that I said. Yeah. So you guys are welcome to come here. But if you're complaining about the karaoke, don't blame me, kind of thing.
All right, guys.
Come
Well,
on.
again,
Yeah.
we are done today. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtitiwala. Ako po ay naglilingkod. Ako, si Antonio Sabato Jr.
And don't have buko juice, tahong, and calamares.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Again, this is the flip side with Jay&Noel. My name is Jay.
Name's Noel.
Catch you guys later.
On the flip side.
You can catch the full episodes on youtube.com at The Flip Side with Jay&Noel. full episodes uploaded every Wednesdays and Saturdays.